Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am not John Green. Unfortunately, he could not be here today due to an accident. Shut up! I apologize for him. Anyways, I am not John Green, but I am attempting to become over-caffeinated. That was not coffee. Welcome to Crash Course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, even though I am not John Green, I am super over-caffeinated, so I'm pretty sure I can do this quickly. Alright, so, the Byzantine Empire was the surviving eastern half of the Roman Empire after the western half had fell in the 5th century. And they were predominantly Greek-speaking, even though they referred to themselves as the Roman Empire, or Romans. This empire was around in the late antiquity and Middle Ages, and it eventually fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453. And when it was around, for most of the time it was around, it was pretty much the most powerful economic, cultural, and military power around. And that was pretty much due to the fact that its emperors were super smart guys. Alright, so the first really smart emperor we're going to talk about was Constantine. And Constantine was a Croatian emperor who is famous for changing the Byzantine emperor's capital name from Byzantium to Constantinople. Fun fact, no one really knows why he decided to name it Constantinople. Anyways, it's no wonder he actually decided to move the capital east, or function with a eastern capital, due to the fact that sources say that he spoke better Greek than he did Latin, and also that the eastern half was generally richer. And basically, he's also very famous for trying to spruce up the emperor in any way he could. He decided to add museums, tons of art, and tons of marble statues, namely of himself. So he's also very famous for being really big on Christianity. He decided that he was going to make this, work with this religion and have everyone sort of conform to it and make it kind of the religion of the empire. And that all went really well until he became pretty powerful in that sense. And you know who else was pretty powerful? The Vatican in Rome. So he kind of went to battle with the Pope in Rome. And we would talk more about that sort of religious tussle, but that's above our pay grade. And now it's time for, you guessed it, the open letter. Alright, so, we're not exactly really sure what the open letter is. I mean, we've seen it 100 times, but I guess pretty much John Green pulls something random out of a moving fireplace, and then he proceeds to write a letter to something inanimate. So anyways, I think that we are going to first pull, we don't have a fireplace to pull stuff out of, so we're going to pull random crap out of Mrs. Arndt's room. Knitting needles. You see, the thing about knitting needles is they're primarily used by old people, and you know who else is old? What? Oh yeah, you're right, we definitely should not say that. Okay, you know what else we have in this room is... That's right, a trophy. Now you see, if the Byzantines got a trophy every time they conquered someone, they'd have like a lot of trophies. And you see, the thing is, one of the things they used to conquer people was their little friend Greek fire. So now it's time for our open letter to Greek fire.
Go.
Now, time for my open letter to Greek fire. Why are you so cool? Please, teach me to be cool like you. I don't know if you guys understand how cool Greek fire is. Basically, it's this invention created by the Greeks that can basically light fire to anything, no matter what, and also, it never burns out, ever. Like, you can douse it in water, nothing will happen. If I put Greek fire on you and put you in water, it would not go out. Which is why it was extraordinarily awesome for taking down ships. So, basically, it was pretty hazardous on land. But can you imagine if we had Greek fire now? It'd be like, North Korea's like, we're going to attack you. And we'd be like, no you won't, or we'll set fire to your entire continent. That is awesome. Ugh. I think the coffee's wearing off. Oliver!
Yeah?
Get me coffee!
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So now we are going to be talking about the arguably greatest Byzantine emperor, and that was Justinian, the emperor who never sleeps. You see, he was born in 482 and took the reign from Justin, the emperor, so I guess he just elongated the name. But anyways, he was called Justinian, the emperor who never sleeps, because he had an extraordinary work ethic and no one really ever saw him go to sleep often. Maybe he was too also over-caffeinated. Well, at least that's mine and Oliver's theory. Notably, one of the great things he did was take back lots of land that the Roman Empire had lost. For instance, he was able to take Carthage and even Rome. And the Byzantine Empire was very famous for saying they were ruled by laws, not men. Well, that was partly true. Actually, Justinian developed the book full of laws called the Digest. And it was a book, definitely bigger than this one, that was filled with laws all about the Byzantine Empire. Crazy. Well, anyways, in the Byzantine Empire they had sports. And these sports sometimes got out of hand with the red and the blues, which were always fighting over, they wanted their team to win, and it was usually chariot racing or something. Namely, every single time after there was a large event, riots would happen afterwards. One riot actually took the lives of 30,000 men and made Justinian fear for his life. He thought about leaving, but his woefully wedded wife, Theodora, convinced him not to. Now, Theodora was almost just as powerful as Justinian in a way, due to the fact that she was married to him and there's always a little bit of a power behind the throne. You see, their marriage was a little bit of a scandal because she was... What's the scholarly way to say prostitute? A courtesan, or something. Well, anyways, their marriage usually wouldn't have been allowed, but Justinian's uncle passed a law that said there could be marriage in between the classes, which was convenient for Justinian. He even actually developed the Hagia Sophia, and he was actually considered a saint by the Orthodox Church. Now, one of the things that really halted Justinian's progress was the bubonic plague that came in the 540s. Now, the problem with that was the fact that they were doing really well and it kind of just brought things to a halt. It's also commonly called the Justinian plague. He actually got the plague in the 540s but was able to overcome it. And Theodora died in 548 from cancer. That's not related, but it happened around the same time. The decline that happened from the bubonic plague was not reversed until the 9th century when they really started to come back with a vengeance. Justinian spent his whole entire life trying to bring Rome back, and he almost did. He tried to restore the borders, and he did a fantastic job, but he wasn't able to make it all the way there. In 568, he died, and 3 years later, the Lombards moved into Italy. And basically, the Byzantine Empire kept chugging along for a really long time until they were eliminated in the 1500s by the Ottoman Turks. Well, that's pretty much it for Crash Course. Thank you so much for watching this video that Mr. Hammond has forced us to do. Crash Course was made by, well, us. Just Oliver and me. Special thanks to Mr. Hammond for being an awesome guy and assigning this awesome project an extra credit. What? Anyways, and also we'd like to thank John Green for letting us fill in while he was otherwise indisposed. Oliver! Kick him in the head! Make him shut up!
I got this.